So Marvel Rivals' new skin customization feature is here, and I thought I'd break it down because the details on socials, even posted by the Marvel's devs themselves, was a bit unclear. So now we've got all of the details. This seems like quite a bare bones early feature, and personally I wish that they had waited a little bit to kind of flesh it out a little bit more, and you'll see what I mean as I get into this. But currently, if you go on a character's page for a skin that has the customization, you'll see a new option down here, customize. Now you'll need to unlock the base skin first. So in this case, the Psylocke Vengeance skin. And once you've unlocked it, you'll then be able to purchase, yes, purchase the recolor. Honestly, this is a very well done recolor, I must say. So I think that's important to note. Like, they've done a real good job of completely reworking the colorway. In some games, they will recolor skins somewhat lazily and charge full price for it. So, you know, that's the worst way to do it. And then in other games, you'll get different costume options basically for free as part of purchasing the skin. In this case, you will need to purchase the skin and then purchase a new currency to unlock the recolor. Now, honestly, I don't think this is the worst recolor system in a video game, in a live service game. Let's take a breakdown of how much it actually costs. So if we come to this magic skin, which I already own the base version for, we can then choose the customized color option, and we'll then be able to purchase it with this new currency. This new currency is called Unstable Molecules, and it's a 1-to-1 ratio between it and lattice. Not units, but lattice. So this is going to cost about $6 for a recolor on top of the skin that you've already purchased. And you cannot use units for it. Only lattice, okay? That's very important. So it's a straight $6 purchase. Now, I know a lot of people are going to be complaining that, you know, let's say you want to get this Psylocke skin, right? All right. We're first going to need 1,400 or 1,600 units for the whole skin. And then we're going to need another 600 lattice for the recolor, right? And, you know, that adds up the cost. It's going to end up being like $22, $25, depending on which bundle you get, right? And yes, that is certainly true. However, I think one of the things we need to sort of balance when it comes to considering how much we're spending on this, you get a lot of units for free. You get a lot. I mean, look at this. If we go to events, free units there. If we go to our achievements track, there are 2 achievements tracks that have free units. By the way, you can get a whole free skin worth now for completing these achievements, right? So there is always a lot of ways to get free units, which will allow you to get the base skin anyway, or at least reduce the cost that you have to put in to get a skin. So I think that's important to consider. I don't really like adding more and more and more currencies to the mix. You know, I think that's one of the downsides to this system. But overall, it's not ridiculously expensive considering all of the freebies that you do get along the way. A $6 for a fairly well done recolor is not the worst in gaming, but I also understand a lot of people will get a little bit frustrated that it's not free. Personally, I think for a free-to-play game that's providing so much content, it's not much. It is not much. It's not like a lazily done job either. It's a really nice recolor, and it will appear on all of the MVPs and stuff. I will showcase that. I will go through all of the options that are available right now. This is one of my main concerns personally. It's a bit of a shame, the lack of available skin recolors, and I'll show you all 4. Yes, there's only 4 at the moment. And also on top of that, there should be ways to earn this currency, and I do believe in the future, starting from Season 3, there will be ways to earn it, which is nice. But for now, you just have to purchase it directly with the golden currency. So basically a 1-for-1 trade for real money, right? This is the Lunar Snow recolor. And this one, you know, changes the colorway quite a little bit. And then we have the Winter Soldier recolor, Blood Soldier bundle. So this is the default. And then when we go into this version, you'll see what it looks like. It's not bad. And then we do have the Psylocke. Those are all 4 combos. Now, what I'd like to do is a bit of a showcase for these new costume recolors, so you can get a look at what it looks like in-game and also for the MVP, in case you do want to choose it, okay? So let's go here. We'll choose an MVP. So as you can see, the color does change for the MVP as well. That's a pretty simple thing to do, development-wise anyway. But it's a nice little touch. And then we will go through the Psylocke one, and then I'll show them in-game as well. So let's choose the Psylocke MVP animation here. I just think, I mean, it feels like a bit of a bare bones feature. I like the idea of recolors, but the way that they sort of posted about it online, I was honestly expecting kind of like a bunch of different color options for almost all skins, and I was quite excited of the prospect of being able to pick and choose different color combinations. I think there could be the potential of a very fleshed out recolor system, but they decided to just go for simple, basic recolors instead. Not necessarily a bad thing, but I guess I was hoping for more, but maybe it will come in the future. So the other skin is for Winter Soldier, so I showcased the MVP. And then we will take a quick look at these costumes in the practice range, just in case you're unsure whether you want to get your hands on them. So here's the Psylocke skin. Now, you got a new little feature, the recolor wheel here, so you can quickly choose in the loading screen which color you want to go for, which is nice. And, I mean, you can also just choose the basic skin as well. And in-game, this is what it looks like. Honestly, I think this Psylocke one specifically is a real good job. Like, they did a great job on their hair. Like, as you can see, like, look at this default hair color and then this one. Like, it's quite a lot different. So, that's quite nice. And then we have the Winter Soldier skin. This is the recolor. And once again, you have that same option here to just change it to what it looks like in-game.
The battlefield may change, but the war never ends.
I mean, I'm not like... And I think when it comes to adding a new feature, you don't have to hate all of it and like all of it, you know? And in my personal opinion, there are things about it that are nice. I think it's great to get recolors, and I'm not personally opposed to paying for them, considering the price. But I think it would be nice if there were more options, and if there were...
Music makes people happy.
some ways to earn the currency, maybe. Or, in fact, if there just wasn't a currency. I think it would have been nice if perhaps we didn't have an entirely new currency for it. I just want to see if it changes the color of the robe. No, it's the same. So this is a legendary skin recolor, which is quite interesting. It's not going to make a difference to the sound effects, I'm sure.
Superpowers are amazing.
No. Yeah, it's a nice, in my opinion, this is the actual quality of the recolors is quite nice. And then, of course, we do have the magic skin as well. And this is the normal version versus the recolor. Actually, yeah, I mean, it depends what colorway you like, right? You know? I think another quality of life feature would be to sort of give you the option, if you don't have the base skin, choose which one you like first, you know? Like, if this is your first time buying it. Although, I'll be honest, I think I generally prefer this color over the original. Let's see what it looks like in the alt. Yeah, I mean, this is an overview of the new feature. I wanted to share my thoughts. And just, I think that it's important. Like, if we have feedback to give to the devs about this feature, I think that's very good. But we should be thoughtful and reasonable about how that sort of criticism comes across. Overall, I don't think this is necessarily a bad feature. I think there's some good elements of it and some places for them to potentially improve upon. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you in the comments. Cheerio.